see if we can deal with some of what we've already identified as current economic problems, understanding that the issues that we're facing now seem to be long-term in a real sense, and that there has to be some kind of suggestion in terms of what do we do and some of the issues that are involved. Now, let's talk about it from that perspective.
Okay, we were talking about the financial institution problem and all that. One of the important things which the Fed should do is regulate lot more stringent regulations for these bankers and also other financial institutions. Don't forget, everybody thinks Merrill Lynch is one of the greatest, biggest company in this country, biggest brokerage house and investment banker. If you look at it, very recently they have written off billions and billions of dollars as tax losses, along with the other major financial institutions. Whether you take a look at your neighborhood bank or the Bank of America or any one of these, or Wachovia, which we have in this town, look at their losses. They are all enormous. And the question here is, who is going to be affected? It's the stockholder. And when the banks fail, or when the banks don't lend you the money, say right now they want to have the highest credit rating or the score if you want to borrow some money against. But when you go there, even if you are on the top list, top 1%, 2% list, they are very hesitant to give you the loan. So look at the demand for these houses, which are already depressed so bad. And when a good creditor, a good person with a good credit rating comes there, is trying to buy this house, what happens? The bank refuses to make the loan, and naturally the prices of these houses are going to be a lot worse. In places like Arizona, Nevada, California, there are some buses, the tourist buses going around these houses on the block. Auction block. So what happens here, and I hope it does not come to our side, that bad. Even here in Nashville, they have not really done any better. But the problem is not that serious as in these other states which I mentioned.
Would it be correct to say that if they're looking for confidence, it seems that the way the economy is now, that it's difficult for folks to not only get credit in order to purchase these houses, but it's also difficult for folks to believe that nothing will happen once they purchase these houses.
Yes, one of the important things is the confidence, the expectation of future incomes. Here, look at this. We have been having a dual problem. Not only our unemployment rate has gone up to 6.1%, on top of it, the inflation, which is the price increases, is also there. Normally they should go in opposite direction, but they have not. Now it's because where the administration policies have not been in the right direction. That's my personal feeling. So what we have to do is something to make sure we suppress this price increases. Today, if you have bought a gasoline, for example, number of gas stations they have closed. They are selling only the premier gasoline and at an enormously high price. And if there is a shortage, or whether it is real or imaginary, or created by these three major oil companies, you and I, as consumers, do not have much choice. It is where the government has to step in. As a matter of fact, yesterday and the day before, a number of students and other friends have been complaining about the gouging by these oil companies, by these few oil companies, which is illegal. But the question here is, are we going to enforce the laws on these few individuals, or is the system itself is bad? Especially the control these three companies have on you and I, the consumer. Do we have any other choice? Is there any strict rules and regulations imposed on them by the government. Now, when we say government control, we say, oh, socialism is no good.
All
But
right.
the point here is what is good for the people. I'm not encouraging you that the government should get involved in our daily affairs.
But somebody's got to regulate that, make that determination.